I just landed back in my favorite big Asian city, and that is Bangkok. Why is it my favorite? For the wacky and wonderful street food it has. Honestly, this is my favorite place in Asia for street food. We're at the Ratchada Night Market here, and we're gonna explore. I'm a little bit scared because some of these foods I've never tried before, but I mean, that's part of it. Come along for the journey. I think I found my first stop, a papaya salad. I want to start things off a little bit easier, although it is pretty spicy, so off to a good kick. Could I get some tum, please?
Okay.
Yeah, one? So my sum tum salad was just delivered, and I didn't realize they actually grind it together in a ceramic mortar. So I guess that's getting the lime and the chili flavor all together here. This looks like a refreshing way to start, and I'm excited. This one is really good. It's definitely refreshing, but if you're not a fan of spicy, it might not be for you because it has a hit. I've had it before where it just knocks you over, but this is actually like a really good, nice mix. It's full of beans, shredded green papaya, and it's either good for a light snack or, in this case, the start of a big street food feast. Next up is durian, and that is the most polarizing fruit in all of Asia. Reason being is because it tastes pretty bad. Now, that might get a lot of people angry, but coming from the West, we're not used to this. There's a reason why I say that. Actually, here in Asia, if you go into hotels, on the elevator doors, there's actually signs that say no durian, and the reason is this pungent fruit here, it smells like a gas leak. Literally, it smells pretty bad. And another way you can tell it's a different kind of fruit, it comes with a glove. What other fruit have you eaten before in your life that came with a glove? You actually have to wear this because the stink of the durian will stay on your hands. Why am I gonna eat this? Well, for you guys mostly, but it's supposed to be delicious after you have it about 7 or 10 times. Okay, so I was in a sulfur volcano a few months ago, and the smell of that sulfur smoke everywhere is exactly what I'm tasting as I'm eating this durian. So this is probably my 5th time eating it. If it's your first time, I mean, you should still do it to see what it's like. It's not gonna kill you, but essentially it's a really buttery texture that I guess if you grew up with this, I can see it being really good because the consistency and everything is actually really nice and refreshing. It's just hard to get over that sulfur taste. But that's it for this one. Now on to the next one. Is it good?
Yeah, it's cool.
It's good? Okay, cool. So I just met Kim on the street here, and he wants me to try a baby octopus. Yeah. So yeah, this should be interesting. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, thank you. I give it.
See you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye. So I never thought I'd eat a baby octopus, but if someone's that nice to offer me one here in Bangkok, I feel like I should try it. In terms of texture, I mean, I'm still chewing it, so it's got a lot of that. It's like a piece of calamari, I guess, octopus calamari. I did learn from my New Zealand chef friend that you're never supposed to eat the baby ones, you're supposed to eat the big ones. I'm happy I tried it. Would I eat it again? Probably not. I feel like I'm gonna be chewing this one for a long time. And now I feel like it wouldn't be a Thailand video without including pad thai. Now if you're coming to Thailand, I suggest that you don't get it at a restaurant. Instead, come to a place like this and meet a street food vendor. My good friend Yuri, who's actually on camera right now, was telling me the cheaper the pad thai is in Thailand, the tastier it is. So yeah, this is Yuri, and he was telling me, so why is the cheaper pad thai better?
When I go to big restaurants, it's usually not as good. And then when I just go to a random place on the street, it just tends to be pretty good.
Yuri actually lives in Thailand. How many years have you lived here for?
5.5 now.
So he can actually speak Thai, so he's been helping me a lot in this video today. But if he says it, you know, get the cheap pad thai, best tasting one. So I'm so excited. We just got our pad thai delivered. This one is a mix of tofu and some peanuts and things like that. They also have a seafood one, but after that octopus, I think I'm done on seafood for a little bit. So here we go, local Thailand pad thai. Maybe that was a little bit too big of a bite, but oh, it's so good. I was in Chiang Mai last year in northern Thailand, and we learned a cooking class, and I've tried to make it several times since I learned it in the cooking class, but of course, it's never as good as when local Thai people make it for you. Honestly, I told myself I wasn't going to eat much of this because I've got lots of food to eat today, but I think I might finish this plate. It's so good. If you haven't had pad thai before, it's full of rich flavor. They make it with a bit of shrimp paste, and one thing that balances it really well is the tamarind they put into it. So the tamarind, the fried egg, the tofu, the peanuts, everything goes together. A lot of oil is cooked with this, but it's just that rich flavor that keeps on making you want to come back for more. And finally, mango sticky rice. You can't skip this if you come to Thailand. It's mango, sugary sticky rice, condensed milk, and they even put Rice Krispies on the top. It's so good. Anytime you're in Thailand, you have to end your day with a nice dessert of mango sticky rice. It's kind of got like a little bit of taste of Vietnam with that condensed milk mix in there. It's honestly like a really good fruity version of a children's breakfast cereal, maybe a little bit healthier. But anytime I come to Thailand, I get it every time. I can't really say much more about it. It speaks for itself. It's just refreshing mango with condensed milk. I hope you like this little Bangkok street food tour. It's so fun to be back in this city and tasting some delicious food. Up next for me though is heading up to Chiang Mai to see some monkeys and elephant sanctuary, and then off to India.